Hey y'all, how y'all doing? Welcome to DDTS episode 559, Random Thought Edition. This is a random thought that I've had in my head for a great amount of time that I just want to get off my chest. So I hope y'all, first of all, I hope y'all are having a wonderful Saturday. Welcome to another episode of DDTS Random Thought Edition. And this random thought that I'm going to talk about, it's basically going to have some truth to it. A lot of y'all might get mad at me for what I got to say. A lot of y'all might try to clock my tea, this and that and the third. Well, let me just tell you, if you feel like you got to clock my tea, you just go on and do it. And if I'm wrong, put it in the comments. Let me know. I'm a big boy. I can take it. I can handle it. This and that and the third. So basically, I'm gonna be honest, quite frankly. So here we go. So what I want to elaborate on is this. So I was watching Desperate Housewives. If y'all ain't never saw this show before, it's on Hulu. It's a show that came on in 2004 and it went off the air in 2012. It's such a good show. I'm rewatching it for the second time. I'm rewatching it. And while I'm rewatching it, as I was rewatching it, a random thought just came across my mind in my head. So me being me, I paused the show because it's some really good episodes. So me being me, I paused the show. And this random thought came to my head. I took off my glasses for this shit. And that random thought was this. I saw something with RayJ, Brandy's younger brother. Now, a lot of y'all might know who RayJ is. A lot of y'all should know who RayJ is. I think the article said, and I think the title said that RayJ admitted in the podcast that Brandy feels like he's an embarrassment. And with that being said, I just had to elaborate and I just had to share what I had to share on this and that and the third. And this is my opinion and this is the honest truth. And if y'all feel like I'm wrong, put it in the comments because I have not been the type to not be quiet. I've always been the type, ever since I've done my channel, I've always been the type to tell it like it is, to tell it like it needs to be. So better yet, I'm finna go on and tell you. So with this being said, RayJ said in the podcast allegedly that Brandy sees him as an embarrassment. Well, I'm finna be quite honest with you and everybody that's watching this video. Let's put all the cards on the table. Well, let's just see. Let's start with the TV show Moesha, as it came to an abrupt end and it left all of us that watched the show Moesha with the cliffhanger. Let's go ahead and be honest, okay? Let's go on and put it out there. Yes, I done a video on Moesha. Check it out on my channel. Now, let's be honest. I'm finna be honest and tell you the truth. RayJ, in my opinion, is the main reason Moesha went off the air. RayJ coming on the show, Moesha, that one season, that last season, kind of just basically pulled the plug on Moesha. What I'm talking about is this. So, if I have it correctly, allegedly, RayJ comes on the scene as Frank's nephew. And I'm thinking that Frank and RayJ's great aunties comes on the show for a house for him to visit. And she basically spills a secret that was basically kept for a great amount of time. And Frank, which I'm going to elaborate on as well, Frank basically was just like, really, we really do this here. If you know, you know. If you watch the show and if you watch the episodes, you probably know what I'm talking about. So Frank pulls RayJ to the side with Moesha standing there, Miles, and everybody else that was there. Frank tells Ray J, Dorian, I'm not your uncle, I'm your father. And then Moesha says, what? And I was shocked too. I'm like, what? And that is why Cheryl Lee Ralph, she did an interview. Cheryl Lee Ralph, better yet, explained why she left Moesha. She felt like that's why she left. She said that's allegedly why she left. Because when they did that storyline, that basically messed up the show. Because, let's be honest, that show, the way it went off, Moesha went off with that cliffhanger, I really feel like it should have been some more added on to that. I wanted to know who kidnapped Miles. Who was pregnant? Who kidnapped Miles? Who was pregnant? Whatever else happened. That's what I want to know. I really feel that the reason Moesha went off allegedly, if I may say this and then the third, is because of Ray J. If Ray J never would have came on that show, and if they would have never did that storyline, I really feel that it never would have went off the way it did. Miles probably would have never got kidnapped, and everything else that probably would have never happened. Dorian probably would have never caused all the trouble that he did in that household. I'm just saying. And let's get on Frank's case. A lot of y'all, like, I've watched Moesha, and every episode I've watched Moesha, I'm going to be honest with y'all. I'm finna tell y'all the honest truth, and I'm not finna hide it no more. Frank is a sorry ass daddy. He ain't no good daddy. He is not no good father. You know why he's not no good father? And you know why I say this? Because he's such a damn hypocrite. He was a damn hypocrite in Moesha. The thing was, he's getting on Moesha for all the stuff that he was doing. Meanwhile, he was being a hypocrite. Meanwhile, he was carrying this big old secret around him. Having another child. You know, this and that and the third. Frank was a hypocrite. And he was literally problematic. And I'm going to say this. Moesha, she wasn't a good friend either. Let's be honest with you. Moesha, she wasn't a good friend either. She thought that she was everybody. She thinks she was with better than everybody else. She tried to, you know, that around her and Kim had countless version. I got some tea on that. It was alleged that them two in real life, Countless Version and Brandy, they didn't like each other in real life, saying that they got into it, saying that one of them was calling another one the B word. I don't know. But if that's true, they was teenagers. I really don't know, but that is alleged. But Moesha was not a good friend to me. Frank was not a good daddy. Moesha was not that friend where everybody thought she was. Her insecurity is basically what got me. Don't get me wrong, I watched the show all the way through. But her insecurities got the best of me. And she was like a terrible friend. Kim and Niecy, they were more realer than Moesha was. Let's be honest. And Frank, he a damn hypocrite. He going around here hiding secrets that he was a daddy. He was the uncle or Dorian and me around the whole time. He was the daddy. I feel like if that auntie never would have came on that episode, Frank was not going to tell it. Frank was still going to leave it as a secret that Dorian was his son in reality and not his nephew. But again, when RayJ came on that show, the show went downhill. That's just my opinion. Everything RayJ touching, everything RayJ gets on, it gets either canceled or some this and that the third. Everything that he just comes in existence with just messes up in any type of way. Now, the TV show One-on-One, I didn't really watch it like that. I watched a couple episodes, but when he got on there, and when they got older, went to college and staying in this dorm and stuff, this and that and the third, I don't know what happened to One-on-One, but I know when RayJ got on there, that show soon went off the air as well. I don't know too much about that, but I'm just going to say that as well. Now, let's go ahead and get on to the main reason why I made this video. That Moesha incident, I want to make that video about this, and this is the Random Thought episode. Now, I'm sorry if I'm talking too loud, and I'm sorry if I'm talking too fast, but this is a Random Thought episode. Now, let's be honest. Whitney Houston has no reason being gone. Whitney Houston has no reason to be gone from her fans, from her family, from this earth. And I really feel that Brandy, RayJ, and whoever else know what happened, what was in that letter. RayJ and Brandy, they know what was in that letter that Whitney Houston wrote to Brandy. I did videos on it as well. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm finna speak some forgive me, y'all. I'm finna speak some fucking facts. I'm finna speak some fucking facts to all of y'all. I don't give a damn what anybody has to say. That damn cry at Whitneyhouston funeral, RayJ being in the front row doing all that crying when her being in the front row doing all that crying when her casket was getting out. And when Whitney Houston's song was playing, you know, when they get ready to leave the funeral, everybody all in the line and stuff. RayJ was doing all this, oh. Stop that. You is not innocent. You knew for a shot of a doubt what went on. You knew. You knew what was going on. You know what happened. Because either it was the night of or the night before when Whitney Houston was getting unalived, or she was drowning, or this and that and the third, or whatever happened to her. A certain big record producer who I'm not going to name, allegedly, and many other peoples was down there celebrating. Meanwhile, the whole time Whitney Houston, the night of the Grammys, was getting unalive, or better yet, drowning. I'm not going to tell you no lie, no story. A lot of people say she drowned because of them drugs. No. Somebody did that to her. And I believe this big time record producer who shall not be named, who is the most alleged powerful producer in all the world, had something to do with her, Whitney Houston, alleged death. And I believe RayJ is behind it. Brandy know and knew what was in that letter that Whitney Houston wrote her. And I'm going to say this. Big music entertainers, when they are alive and they have albums coming out, they don't get that many sales. So allegedly, I heard this. When Houston started coming back up, she was not getting that many sales. And this big record producer allegedly was not getting paid like he was because of Whitney Houston being here on this earth. So, what happens next? Needed that money. Whitney Houston didn't abide by what she needed to abide by. So you know what? This big time record producer needed to get paid. So what happens when a big artist and a famous person passes away in the music industry? Soon after they pass away, or soon or this and that and the third, they start getting paid big. They start getting paid. They albums, whoever died, start rising up, and everybody, and they sales go up. That's what happened to Michael Jackson's, I believe, and that's what happened to Whitney Houston's. Her sales went up after she died. And I feel like this big time record producer was running out of money, so he felt like this, hey, you're not doing nothing for me, so I'm gonna have to get rid of you. That's how I felt like what happened. I feel like, to my heart, to my mind, RayJ knew what happened. Brandy knew what happened. This big time record producer who he thinks he got control, everybody knows what happened. And this big time record producer had something to do with the world famous Left Eye Lopez not being here. If you know, you know. Lisa Left Eye Lopez has no reason being gone. Put that in there now. Put this in your notes. Put this in your notes. Think about it. Lisa Left Eye Lopez, gone. Whitney Houston, gone. But let's backtrack to Lisa Lopez. Lisa Left Eye Lopez. Everybody did not get horned in their car. Tell me why Lisa Left Eye Lopez is the only one that got unalived in their wreck and whose life was taken away. Think about Angie Stone. Her life got taken away in an automobile accident. Whitney Houston's life got taken away, but it wasn't in no automobile accident. I'm telling you right now, some ain't adding up. RayJ knew what happened to Whitney. I don't care what nobody say. He is the master of messing up shows and shows going off the air. I'm just putting it out there. So I'm just being honest. That will be my random thought. That will be my random thought for this episode. Like, comment, and subscribe. So what do y'all think? Put it in the comments. Like, comment, subscribe. And that will be my video for today. DeAndre Dobbs, DDTS, Random Thought, episode 559. Like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll be back with another video as soon as possible. Thank y'all for joining me. And I will see y'all on the next video. I love y'all and thank y'all. And next time video that I do, I will be doing another reading of my book. So please be sure to watch out for that. I really want to say I love y'all. Thank you. Until next time. Love y'all. Bye-bye.